Whoops to the Never Too Late podcast with Alan Harris. Episode number 2. We met. I just want to thank everybody for watching the last episode, man. That shit means a lot to me. I can't make it up. Everybody who commented, liked, shared, and all that shit, it don't go unnoticed. I promise you that. You know, it mean a lot. It take a lot for a motherfucker to get in front of that camera and really express himself and talk about shit that he going through to try to help the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The comments, we're gonna turn it up. We're gonna turn it up for sure. All right, so episode number 2, we focusing on separation. The big S. Once you accept the change and you ready to change, and you start taking acts towards the change, you gotta separate yourself from the rest, because you're not in a class like nobody else. People don't want to motherfucking change. People cool where they at, people content where they at, you know what I'm saying? So once you realize that you different and you want to change in your life and this and that, you gotta be willing to take the next step, and that's isolate yourself, separate yourself from everybody. Not everybody, but you know, still kick it with people, but on the journey, you never know who really don't want to see you win. So you gotta learn to separate yourself, and then in due time, you gonna figure it out who really for you and who really not, man. Maybe the people closest to you, the people you was with every day, probably don't even want to see you win. So you just learn. You just a learning experience. Like me personally, I used to be around motherfuckers every day, smoking, drinking, kicking it, on all type of shit. When you need motherfuckers the most, it's like, how can I say it? People will watch you drown and they got a life jacket in their hand, and then wait till it's too late. Then tell the next motherfucker, damn, man, I didn't even know he was drowning. I had a life jacket the whole time. But the whole time, they knew you was drowning. Don't let that shit get to you. Like, it happened to me, it happened to everybody. Like, because the person that's saying that is selfish, you know what I'm saying? So you have to learn to be selfish and put yourself first. Don't just think you just about to cut the world off, because that shit, I mean, that shit do work like that. That shit do work like that. But number one, you gotta learn to be alone. You gotta learn to be alone. See, that's harder for most. For me, that shit easy, because shit, I spent all that time in prison. I was in the hall a lot. I was talking to people already a lot. Shit, I'm cool being alone. Shit, I actually always do better when I'm by myself. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when I get to hang with motherfuckers and doing extra shit, that's when my shit start going downhill. But when I be by myself, I be focused. I be ready for the next adventure, the next success, the next, how would I say it? I just do better by myself. Like, I just know what type of person I am. Like, shit, motherfuckers left me in prison all that time, not kicking it with me. I came home fucking with people, and that shit only fucked me up, because I'm expecting shit to be how it was when we was kids and shit like that. But the whole time, motherfuckers grown now, motherfuckers got their own shit. So you gotta learn to be alone, especially when you're trying to change, because if a motherfucker not calling you on no positive shit or on no shit like you trying to uplift or help you get your shit together, then shit, it ain't fuck them, it's just, you focus on yourself. So it ain't fuck them, you just focus on yourself at the end of the day. And that's something that I be working on every day. Like, shit, if you gotta change your number, change it. If you got a motherfucking, you just gotta watch that bitch ring, just watch it ring. If you don't, but no, don't just let that motherfucker ring, because shit, where I'm from, that shit might be life or death. So shit, you might gotta pick that bitch up sometime. But you just gotta learn to be alone. You gotta separate yourself from people. That's number one, learn to be alone, right? Number two, do what's best for you. You gotta do what's best for you. Like, fuck what everybody talking about. You really just gotta do what's best for you at the end of the day, because that's what the next motherfucker doing. They doing what's best for them. If you gotta get a job and stay out the way, do that shit, bro. And like that, I don't care what nobody say. They say niggas be squares, niggas be lame, they be all that shit. Don't get it wrong, but like them niggas be, you know, it be the squares fucking niggas hoes when they get cooked. No Diddy. You gotta get your shit together, like for real. That's how that shit really be like. So fuck all that shit. And then when you, no matter what, when you trying to do the right thing, people gonna talk about you. Like that's just a given. Like you could be trying to take care of your kid. They be this nigga over there trying to take care. He trying to be a family man, trying to take care of his kid. He trying to do this and that. See me, that's what I want in my life though. Like I want to be an active father. I want to be motherfucker who family orientated, because I never had that growing up. I never grew up in no household with my mom and my dad the same. Like I never experienced that type of shit. So I never experienced that love that I see other people get from their family. Like my family, like it's fucked up, but shit, it be like, man, it is what it is. I'm used to it, shit. Like I said earlier, motherfuckers will watch you drown, have a life jacket, and sit there, and when you drown, and you know, like, just it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna go too deep on it, but still love and all that, but you gotta do what's best for you. That's why I said it's number two. Number two is you gotta do what's best for you. Like, everybody, I don't care who it is, everybody gonna do what's best for them. Don't be the motherfucker who got $50 and your man's call you and say he needs something and you give him your last $50. Hell no. Give him 10, give him 15, like do something like that. Don't break yourself trying to help the next motherfucker, because in this world that we live in, good hearts don't get cherished, they get stepped on. And that's something I learned the long way. So people could be feeling a certain type of way about me, but at the end of the day, I got a good heart. I just been, you know, it got stepped on so much, it just turned black. And then I'm trying to open that bitch back up and show love and do something, you know, good for once in my life. Like, I don't really give a fuck what nobody think. I know nobody gonna play with me, because play with me like this shit get like that, and this shit gonna get like that. I ain't gonna fake it. Like, I'm trying to do the right thing, but please don't approach me on that, because I ain't that far in my change. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Number three, you gotta accept the good, the bad, and the ugly when you trying to change. Like, it's not all good. Like, on some real shit, it be bad, ugly as fuck, and then it get good type shit. I'm at the part where I done been through the ugly. Like, my shit was kind of backwards. My shit got bad, ugly as fuck, ugly, bad. My shit's starting to get a little good, but that's because I'm taking these steps that I'm giving out to everybody, that like, I'm practicing what I'm preaching. So I just learned to accept everything, because I know how that shit feel. I ain't gonna lie to you. When that shit be ugly as fuck, like, I was at that stage for a long time. And it's like at the end of the day, motherfuckers just look for the next thing to talk about. And you can't be that. If you gotta fall back from everybody for 6 months to a year, 3 months to a year, do that. Only thing they gonna say is, where the fuck you been at? Like, focus on what's important to me. What's important to me is my kids. Like, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Being the best figure I could be for them. That's my motivation. And not taking certain things to the extent that I was taking them. That's my part of the change that I'm working on. Because I know where I take shit, motherfuckers ain't gonna take it there. So it'd be like, what's the point? And then once you take it there, Motherfuckers just gonna tell on you anyways, like all bullshit aside, it be the most. Motherfuckers who you never thought to tell be the ones telling, so I know that shit firsthand experience. That shit not cool, cause they be talking, it be the people that really be huffing and puffing till you come through and blow that bitch down. And they picking up a pen, writing everything, like literally from what started it, what aggravated you, from what type of shoes you had on to what you had to eat that day. They telling everything, I promise you. When motherfuckers get in that room, they be telling. Motherfuckers, then they get out, act like shit never happened. The streets are watered down. They act like shit never happened. But see, me, I don't act like shit ain't never happened. I remember that shit. And I really be making motherfuckers feel that shit. But that go to what I was talking about in episode 1. If you haven't watched episode number 1, take it back, man. Take it back to episode number 1 and catch up with us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just a learning process. And then nothing come overnight. Nothing come overnight. If you know what you'll do, don't be quick to prove it to the next motherfucker, because 9 times out of 10, they not gonna do it. They not gonna do it, man. So take it back. So separation. Start acting on it. And once you start taking them steps towards it, you gotta take step number 2, and that's separate yourself from everybody. Well, not everybody. Separate yourself from the people who are not trying to see you at the best you. That's how I'm gonna put it. If you tell a motherfucker you stop smoking and they keep trying to pass you the wood, separate yourself for a little minute. You tell a motherfucker you done drinking, they keep trying to call you, they keep trying to pass you the bottle. Separate yourself for a little minute. If you tell a motherfucker you done gambling, and them fucking gamble group chat keep calling you every day, telling your ass to shoot, separate yourself, man. This shit ain't that hard, bro, because I guarantee you, in the next 6 months to a year, you separating yourself from that crowd, you're gonna be in a different ballpark. You're gonna be in a different ballpark completely. Like, that's another thing. Motherfuckers be always talking about this and that. Nigga, separate yourself and do what's best for you at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. You got one life to live. Me, I don't want to be 30, 40 doing the same shit I was doing when I was 15, 16. Like, I'm starting to realize motherfuckers almost 30 years old. When I was a fucking kid, I used to be like, when I'm 18, I'm moving out. When I'm 20, I'm having this. When I'm 25, I'm doing this. Bro, I left my parents' house when I was 15, 16. I graduated early. I graduated when I was like 16, turning 17. I ain't far from dumb. I just do stupid shit, if that makes sense. So I graduated early or whatever. I promise you, as soon as I graduated and got to really thinking I had shit figured out, boom, I went straight to prison. So that shit was just like, that was a whole setback. So by the time I got out that bitch, I'm trying to play catch up. I wasn't catching up to shit. All the time, motherfuckers in the same spot doing the same shit. Literally. Up here, be thinking that shit the grass be greener on the other side all the time. Motherfucker grass be about to die. That's the crazy thing. But yeah, man, I really do appreciate everybody who been tapping and giving me feedback, good, bad, and ugly. I appreciate all of that, because that's helping me work on myself as a man, and it's helping me work on myself creating this content with you guys. So you gotta embrace it all. You gotta embrace it all, the good, bad, and the ugly, and whatever you got going on. If your boss walk in cussing you out, Don't snap. Don't snap. Think about what you're trying to do for yourself and realize that this is only a stepping stone. See, me personally, all right? I be on the clock getting cussed the fuck out. Like, and what I do, it be times where I want to snap, go back to the old me, turn up on their ass. But what do? I sit there, take a couple deep breaths, and realize what I'm trying to accomplish. And once I do those 3 steps, then whatever they saying, that shit really going one ear and out the other because I know what I'm trying to accomplish. So they can say whatever the fuck they want for real, man. This shit ain't gonna make me an interview for real. It took me a lot of praying before I could really do that. Because I got a mouth on me and I got a temper. And I like to take it to where people like to take it to. So this shit be hard, bro. When you trying to change that shit, never gonna be easy because the devil do not want to see you change. Like, I read something in the book. It said, misery love company, but they both cheat with struggle. And that shit was deep to me because misery do love company. And then who miserable? The motherfuckers who be in the struggle. So that shit was deep because I realized a lot of shit that I was going through, a lot of people that I was around had negative mindsets. And we know motherfucker talking about we about to start this. People say they gonna start a business and do all this, but at the end of the day, it just be word of mouth. It's no action. All right, bro, bet I'm about to put 50, you put 50, you put 50. That's 150. Now we got an LLC. Now every day we about to work on something little towards that. And then we gonna see a bigger picture. See people, a lot of people selfish. So that go back to what we was talking about today. Like, people get selfish. So you have to do what's best for you and what you want to accomplish. And that's what it is. That's really what it be, cause that shit be hard. That shit be hard.